Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad. Red Rover, send Jackie on over.
You guys forced them the last turnovers turning into transition points in the first half. What'd you like in terms of that aspect of what you guys did tonight?
Just the activity, the physicality. Our defense, that's two really good defensive efforts in a row for us, which that's really what we're just looking for, is that consistent effort on the defensive end. And we know, we're going to make shots on any given night, but the one thing that can always travel with you is the defense. So it's something that I've really challenged them on, and they're really digging in at the end of the day, and playing that end of the floor. And we kind of know, we know what the deal is. Our defense has to give us a chance to win games, and I think their lock-in factor, just possession by possession, has been really good these last 2 days, meaning they're present, active in every possession. Every possession was hard for them. And that's really what we're looking for. Don't foul, move your feet, but just make it hard and make them make shots. We just want to stay solid.
And then to be plus 11 on the glass too, just that scenario, I read that you guys are looking to stay improved on and keep working on.
Yeah, I mean, because you're just not, you might win a game or two, but you're not winning any kind of championships or big games if you don't rebound. So it's been a focus for us. And it will always be a point of emphasis for us to rebound the ball. I mean, you do all that great defensive work and give it right back to them on an O board. It's such a vibe killer. It's deflating. We're much better when we get that board, and then we're off to the races.
Callie, go ahead.
Hi, two for you. First, with the early substitutions, like with Jackie, you kind of subbed her out pretty early for Tiffany Hayes. Can you kind of talk about, I guess, what you were seeing that was leading you to kind of go in and out pretty quickly early?
I thought they were hurt. Jackie was limping and like breathing really heavy a couple times. That's why Tip came in. I thought Jackie needed one. And then when Jackie was like, no, I'm fine, I put her right back. I mean, that's all that was.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And then just that third quarter, I think there have been times this season where, the Aces struggle in the third, but they're not really able to rebound. And this was a time where, the Mercury tried to kind of make a run at you guys in the third, but you recovered pretty well. Do you agree with that? Or what were your, I guess, takeaways from the third quarter?
I mean, I thought it's really hard when, to take a punch from a team. They're on their home court. They got a lot of pride. They got a lot of really skilled basketball players over in that other locker room. Like, they're not going to go away. You got to expect a punch back. They gave us a great punch. I thought they got more physical. I thought they got some calls. I just felt like some things kind of went their way in the third quarter. Now, that being said, we were able to kind of buckle down and get some stops. I thought, the one thing about their zone, it made us slow down, so in a game that you have that big of a lead, they're playing a zone. It kind of made us move the ball, and it slowed the game down a little bit, which was good for us in some ways, because they weren't able to speed the game up defensively, being in the man-to-man and then just like speeding us up in different spots, and then they're off to the races. It made us really be disciplined on the offensive end with moving the ball, cutting, sharing it. Not that it didn't give us some problems at times. The zone certainly did. Especially with no Chelsea out there who can really, dissect where people are. I thought Jack was great stepping in, but, you got to stay sturdy, and eventually, we stopped the bleeding. But they're not, like I said, they're not going to go away. You got to expect to hit like that. Really hard to beat a quality team by 35 points. Like, it's a little bit of, you're playing perfect. Well, and maybe they're making mistakes. Eventually they're going to hit shots. Like, they're just good players. So, at the end of the day, I was glad it just never got into that like under 10 range.
Kevin, if you can keep your questions short, you can end up after Matthew. Matthew, go ahead.
Hey, Becky, I have one quick and one longer one. Do you have an update on Chelsea and what her status is at this moment?
I do not.
Okay. And then secondly, what did you think of Jackie tonight coming off the game of rest you gave her the other day, and how she, obviously you said you thought early she looked winded, but overall of her performance, what did you think after giving her the day off?
Well, what's interesting is, first, I thought she played the defensive end right? And I think her offensively, she just kind of went with the flow. She was taking whatever was given to her. They put Ka on her, which means they have a lot of respect for her offensively. And Jackie just made the right read. And I think, one thing that we always talk about Chelsea's mind for the game. Jackie doesn't talk as much, but she is crazy smart. So, whichever one of those, Chelsea or Jackie, that has the ball, you feel really good about their mind and their feel for the game. And probably Jackie's, underrated passer. And I think you saw that tonight on a night where maybe she didn't feel she had that burst, because she had sat out and didn't maybe feel that rhythm offensively. She just dissected people with the pass, and that's a really special combination to have. I mean, she's kind of unique in that area.
And then Kevin, if you can make it quick, we'll close it out.
Yes, thank you. The last time we had a conversation, you talked about your team's lack of effort. How would you assess your team's effort in these past 2 games, Coach?
Good. Love the effort. Especially the effort on the defensive end. Just super locked in with the possession by possession mentality. It starts individually, like stop your man, obey our basketball rules defensively. As I said, if we just become more solid if we just stay solid in our non-negotiables defensively. So we have some core principles, things that we do and things we do not do. And if we just do that, I was telling them we're going to shave off 20 to 25 points off just, things that we can control and us being solid in what we're doing. And I think at the end of the day, when you're solid, just be solid. You don't have to try to hit home runs, not offensively and not defensively. Take your natural swing on both ends, and then the home runs will naturally happen.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Angel, Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Brandon,
we
you want one
can't
quick question?
ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.